We've just announced that VFW will be the partner on our VFW 200 NASCAR Camping World Truck Series event. That's going to be Saturday, June the 12th. Our guest that we'll talk to later, Colin, is the defending champion. As you know, the truck races are always fantastic out at MIS, but I think what's important to me and to all of us in this room is what VFW is all about. And the connection that a lot of our fans have in the grandstands to all of our folks, men and women in the service, both active and out of the service right now. So we were really pleased to have them come on board, and thank them tremendously for what they do, not just with the race weekend, like I said, at MIS, but what they do year-round for all of our veterans. So I'd like to bring up Dan Shea, Director of the VFW Foundation.
Everybody hear me okay? I don't have any notes, but everybody else has something writing in their hands, so I thought I'd take this out. I'd like to start briefly by thanking the gentleman to my right. Thank you for introducing us to the Michigan International Speedway platform. And also Chad Whiskey is out there. He was the one who demonstrated to us the many benefits and how we can support military families. And then in particular, Charlie Hirschfeld, our racing management partner at HMS, who has helped us in a big way, being able to salute military families at tracks all across America.
That's fantastic. And you're not doing it just at the tracks, though. You're involved with a couple of drivers. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, we've been a primary sponsor these last 2 years, Kevin and Delana Harvey. And the number 33 truck won Hornaday. Truck Series champion. Very proud to be part of that racing team, and their values are the same as our values.
And I know before you came on board as actually putting your name on a race this year, you were involved with the Salute to the Military Families. Can you talk a little bit about how that program went and what that meant to the families that you worked with?
Yes, I'd be glad to. It started with Chad Whiskey. When we became a sponsor of the military support program last June in Michigan. And after that event, my deputy director, John Lowe, developed the Salute to Military Families program. The concept was very simple. Let's get a premier entertainment venue where we can bring troops and their families and thank them and give them a great day, most important. But also to give them awareness of many of VFW's military troop support programs. If I can just throw a few numbers out there, we're very large. We're the oldest and largest combat veterans organization in America, and quite frankly, we're a bit complicated and do a lot of things. If I can just throw a couple of numbers out there, I'd say 13, 1 and 1. Last year alone, 13 million volunteer hours by our members, over 2 million strong, our babies artillery. The next number, $1 billion. We covered last year from the Veterans Foreign War Service Officers for our troops, for their VA health benefits. And the last number 1 is we provided over 1 million phone calls. Troops overseas who call home in hospitalized settings. Just a small part of what we do. And all of those programs are now under the umbrella of Salute to Military Families.
That is fantastic. That really is very good. Very pleased to have you on board and to enlarge what you're doing with us, and greatly appreciate it, and look forward to having a lot of veterans out at the track and really taking care of all the military, both active and retired. Thank you very much. This is the 3rd season for Racing for Wildlife out at MIS, working with Ryan Newman and his foundation. That is the Racing for Wildlife 200 ARC event that's in June. It'll be June 11th this year. So, Rex Boner, can you come on up, please?
You want me to go ahead and say a word?
If you got a word, I can keep talking.
Roger knows that I have far too many words, so he's trying to keep me within the next 30 minutes or so. But I guess the reason that I'm excited about the opportunity to be here is this can't be beat. We came here 3 years ago I work for the Conservation Fund. We're a national nonprofit conservation organization based in Arlington, Virginia. I'm the vice president based in Atlanta. I was trying to figure out what those white mounds are on the parking lot out there, Roger. But seriously, we started a partnership with the Ryan Newman Foundation to sort of bring an initiative to this great sport, and that's to get Virginia to help support people being outdoors and to support wildlife. It's called Racing for Wildlife, and the intent is to really provide that message across the industry, to do some projects across the country to help support wildlife conservation and also provide education opportunities for families and children. We started small and suggested the track that we have a project nearby, and we began that working at Waterloo Recreation Area. I don't know how many of the audience are familiar with that site, but it's 20,000 acres of public land and waters and trails and so forth. About 20 minutes from the track. It's a fantastic area, and I'm going to talk more about that in just a second. So we started a bit of a project there to try to help the camps that are there and help the recreation area, and the track said, well, wait a minute, maybe we can collaborate with you to do more than that. And they invited us to be a sponsor of the ARCA race for 3 years, and also provide some charitable support to do that. So we have been able to be a part of the ARCA race for 3 years, the Racing for Wildlife 200, thanks to MIS, thanks to Roger's personal commitment, the commitment of his staff. They're great folks. And again, it's helped us get the word out, build credibility, get exposure for what we're trying to do to raise dollars to support wildlife and get families and children outdoors. Again, I can go on and on, but in the industry, as you know, and the numbers you've heard, 75 million fans, the majority of whom enjoy the outdoors, whether it's hunting, fishing, hiking, camping, you name it. And the drivers, they're extremely passionate. I think I can say this without talking out of school. I've heard there's one driver and his contract says that he will do no appearances after the season for a period of time so he can get out and do some hunting in the field and know that he can do that. I mean, they're seriously passionate about the outdoors. And a lot of the drivers, a lot of the owners, and a lot of the sponsors have expressed interest in helping us in the Racing for Wildlife effort. So again, if the question is why MIS, the story goes on and it speaks for itself, Roger, that I think the opportunity to help with the Waterloo Recreation Area, to work with fans, to work with the drivers, to work with Ryan Newman and his foundation. He couldn't be here today, but he passes along his wishes and support. Quickly, again, we're working in the Waterloo Recreation Area. I'm going to say another word or two. I do want to recognize the Chamber of Commerce in Chelsea has been very helpful to us in our efforts there. And there's another effort going on to sort of work together. And Bob Pierce, if you want to stand, Bob, is the president of the Chamber of Commerce here in Chelsea, and his incoming chairman, Mike Jackson, who I just met. We welcome both of you, and again, Roger, for us, it's economics. It's blending all these activities, getting folks outdoors, but also with the economic returns. So that's an active project. We just announced in November the completion of a project in Talladega through the Ryan Newman Foundation with the support of the track and others. We purchased one of the largest private inholdings of the Talladega National Forest, 1,100 acres. It has a major trail going across it that connects the Appalachian Trail. Again, we want to get people outdoors, enjoy it. It's near the track. Again, I can go on and on. I don't want to do that. I just want to say that we really appreciate the opportunity to be here to bring this message to NASCAR, but also to work with those who already have the message and the passion who are here. I do want to acknowledge my colleague, Jenny Trocchio. Jenny, might raise your hand or stand. She is actually based here in Ann Arbor and is working with the city of Ann Arbor with the implementation of their Parks and Greenways program, and added over 1,700 protected acres of land around the city and 40 acres to the park system. Throughout Michigan, the Conservation Fund has had the chance to protect about 30,000 acres, working on 114 projects. We work in partnership with others quietly behind the scenes. And again, I'm going to leave it at that and just say thank you for the opportunity here. We greatly appreciate it.
Thank you. We appreciate it.